You think we're gonna beat all these games?
Nope.
Backlog boys.
No, probably not.
We got the wrong kind of chests to start the episode with, but we'll make do.
Hey, we work with what we got, and ladies, take that to heart.
And Charms is nearly destroyed.
Oh, it's the map and the magic crystal right next to each other. That's kind of nice. Very convenient.
What a special treat.
Mm-hmm. Not as special of a treat as a chest, though. A human chest. What's your favorite part of the human body? Vaughn? From like a scientific perspective,
Okay,
not like a
attractive...
sexual primal perspective.
Okay. My favorite part
Just
of the human...
what do you find interesting? Like either internally,
like intriguing, or like okay.
Like fascinating. Yeah,
that's a good question.
Internally or externally.
This is a good question.
Thank you.
Well, I guess
Tell it to me,
to answer
Vaughn.
this question, I'll answer a different question, a closely related question.
You go right ahead, bud.
I've always wondered. Okay, so like, the brain is like, the motherboard, like the command center,
Mm-hmm.
the bridge, it's the HQ.
Yeah.
So, and the brain is like,
Ooh, another one of those.
I mean, obviously we have become aware of our brains, like, and what they do through science, right?
Right, we're self-aware.
Yeah. And we weren't necessarily as like, Neanderthals and cavemen and
Right.
early human.
Right, like animals.
Yeah.
Like they don't know really where, when, and what they are
Yeah.
to the extent that we do.
Except for a wiener dog who knows that he's silly.
What?
Yeah, dude, a wiener dog. He looks at himself in the mirror and he says, I am a goofy animal.
Is he the one who says, "Don't talk to me or my son ever again"?
What?
Have you seen that one?
No.
It's just a picture of a wiener dog, and then right next to him is the exact same picture of the same wiener dog, but smaller.
Yeah.
And it just says, "Don't talk to me or my son ever again."
That's really funny. Oh, man.
It's good stuff.
But, so I've, like, wondered if it's possible that either we could develop this far, or if there is some sort of living organism somewhere in the universe that has this, where, like, from the outside, you can, like, tell what's wrong with a human being, like, through, whatever means. Like, if someone is sick with X, Y, or Z thing.
So right now, like,
It
we can tell that somebody is, like, sad or upset.
Or ill.
Or, yeah.
Physically ill with something.
So you're saying, like, a more heightened sense of that. Like, oh, that person has syphilis.
Well, no, even, like, if you can identify it through whatever means. Like, instruments or... So, like...
Oh, you don't mean visually, like,
right.
Just, like, cognitively...
I'm saying there are ways...
Like, instinctively tell.
Yeah, that we can establish that, right? So, like...
Take...
If... I wonder if there's ever a point you can get to, like, where the brain is so powerful and, like, self-aware, or, like, whatever, main organ on whatever other weird alien species could have.
Some nucleal body.
Yeah. If there's, like, a point you can get to where you can identify a problem, and then the brain can, like, take some steps to, like, self-correct once it becomes aware internally, like, of what's wrong.
So, like, you mean, like, how...
Or, like, the brain can say...
Like, our internal systems kind of, like, autonomously, like, fight disease and things?
Or, like, even beyond that, where, like, like, oh, my, or, like, a paralyzed person who still, like, the nerves are intact or whatever, or something, and, like, there's somehow, like, a broken line of communication, the brain can say, oh,
the brain could just
I'm not...
diagnose it.
Yeah, or, like, if the brain is aided in, like, figuring out what is wrong, if it could do something independently to, like, analyze and like correct
Yeah.
to some extent, and like that's always been like a fascinating concept to me. Like beyond just like fighting disease
And
like,
yeah, like
repairing,
regenerative
regenerating
stuff.
skin,
But
stuff
like,
like
you
that.
you could like, but like so like some
like a higher order of that. You know?
Yeah, or like you applying the same principle to like autism or social anxiety.
Yeah.
But you're getting into some crazy stuff there, because then you're like defining like what's normal.
True.
Like oh, it's,
I guess I'd never thought
it's
of it as-
correcting social anxiety. But
I had
it's
never
like,
thought of it that way. We're like psychological things.
Yeah, but because then it would be like
that's interesting. That
unique,
goes to like an ethical
uniqueness
step
would go
further.
away, because
Yeah.
like every brain would possibly be pushing every being towards the same like end point.
Or like I guess I'd never thought about it that deeply. That's even more interesting.
But on like a chemical,
But like a
chemical
like a level where it's like,
standpoint,
oh, my nose is broken, and it repaired in like a misaligned way, and like where you could somehow be aware, and then like correct, or I don't know.
well, but then
Something
there'd have to be like muscles that could move. You know, your brain can't just like magically move your bones.
No.
Stupid theory, Vaughn.
Yeah, get out. You're done.
Waste of time.
Get out of my
Plot
sight.
holes. What is this? Star Wars Episode 7?
Are we taking pot shots at episode 7 now?
No.
Okay.
I'm just being the
That guy.
stereotypical dissenter.
Of whatever series.
Yeah.
Of all series.
Plot holes. Just love it when people come out and just like say that there are plot holes in something. It's like, okay, find me something that doesn't have some kind of exploitable flaw. Like, Highlander is a perfect film. You know, and they'll just throw out some like outlandish answer like that, where it's like it's something that like they love but somebody else hates.
Yeah.
You know, it's
And that zap is cool.
it's never rooted in fact. Yeah, I switched the sword to be thunder. Hey, another battle axe.
All right.
Sell
Guess what
that
we're
bad
gonna
boy.
sell, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite part of the human body, or an answer to another question that doesn't answer the question?
Okay. I mean, I've always been fascinated by like hands and fingers.
Okay.
Just like the amount of like dexterity that they can reach, and like the like think about how many things that a hand can do. Like, you know, like
lot.
the most talented concert pianist, or like the most talented painters or sculptors and writing, and like everybody can write the same letters, but everyone has a different, you know, style of handwriting that can be identified visually. And like it just like the level of uniqueness and detail in what hands do is kind of like the definition of humanity in a way to me. Like,
That's cool.
It's crazy. So I think I would choose fingers or hands.
Okay.
And I don't
That's
know.
a cool answer.
I think about it all the time because I'm a guitar
Like,
player.
and how complex,
and
how many different complex things you can do, and different
Yeah.
people can do.
and like they can be
What?
trained to do.
Yeah. And like muscle memory, and
Yeah.
like unnatural things such as guitar chords.
Like, yeah.
Or like hand positions on a violin. or
Yeah,
whatever.
like for the most part, we're all born with pretty much the same hands.
Mm-hmm.
But like the hands are such an important part of our body because of the type of creatures that we are, that they just become intensely skilled. And like we think of them as the like tipping point for skill in the body, when realistically like other parts of the body can become very skilled too. But we're just so like we're such a like reaching, grabbing, touching type of creature.
Oh, Drain's feather.
That's all right. We got a lot of them. It's actually a good thing.
Oh yeah, we do got a lot.
You know,
Feathers
like,
for days.
like the probably the most dexterous thing on the average person's body is the hands and the eyes. You know, because they're like the things that we use the most and put the most importance on.
Yeah.
Or, like things that we can touch and see. You know.
I like that answer.
But like, you see people who are like born without arms or without hands that can like play guitar with their feet or paint with their feet.
Yeah.
And
So
it's like
almost like there's like a substitute where like you can
you don't
find something else.
Yeah, like we don't
put
and
in
like
that
we don't
place.
think of our feet as dexterous. Like, you know, other than like
The
soccer.
way that guy appeared at the end of the hallway, something about that was goofy.
Yeah, the draw distance.
Yeah.
He's pretty creepy, man.
He's just like, hey, come to
Just gaping mouth and closed eyes.
Oh, I thought of a better application of my idea. So
Okay.
like, if you could like take someone who is, you know, is being given a prosthetic limb or something, and like somehow train the brain without like some huge amount of time or effort to just like tell the brain, hey, this is like, for the brain to like analyze like through whatever means that, okay, I lost my arm, this is now my arm,
Right.
I will accept, like embrace the arm.
What's going on here, Vaughn? This is like the... Does this mean this is like the last floor?
next
There is a music box.
time on The Boys,
Yeah.
we'll investigate.
Tomorrow on the show, we'll find out what's going on here.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll
Don't worry, we're gonna finish the floor. But I mean, we haven't picked up a hook. We also haven't picked up anything else.
I'm a pig. Sloppy, nasty.
Catch you on the right side of the sunrise.